if Google didn't exist, well, when I say Google didn't exist, what would you be doing differently than you're doing now?
In terms of SEO?
Yeah, because for me, SEO is not just about Google. It's taking Google out of the equation is what other factors would you be doing? What other marketing would you be doing online to build your business?
Yeah, so for me, I consider myself a marketer, right? So I wouldn't say I've said it many times, so I wouldn't say I'm the best SEO in the world, right? I consider myself more of a marketer and a business owner. And so the way that I see digital marketing is that you're building a brand, right? But you should be very quantified in terms of how you use it. So if, for example, Google didn't exist, for me, what I like to do is make sure that I'm using all the channels and creating systems for every single channel, whether that's a Facebook group, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Udemy, whether that's LinkedIn, it could be Twitter, etc. And just tracking, okay, what are the inputs and what are the outputs? This is the way that my mind works in terms of systems, right? So tracking, okay, if we do 5 tweets a day, how many sales calls do we get booked in? If we do 10 tweets tomorrow, how many sales calls do we get booked in? Is it correlated? Like, for example, if we do more, or if we do new, or if we do better in terms of Twitter or any other sort of digital marketing channel, are we going to get more outputs? Are we going to grow the business, right? And so literally on a spreadsheet across all of my marketing platforms, it's all about building the brand, but making sure that not just are we building the brand, but that we're getting a direct ROI out of each channel. And so in terms of SEO and just building the business in terms of traffic, I think it's important to diversify and never rely just on one single point of failure additionally, and also making sure that whatever channel you use, you always take it from traffic that you have access to traffic that you actually own, right? So even if you use, let's say you don't use Google SEO at all, but you use YouTube and then you use LinkedIn and you use Twitter, etc. Any single one of those platforms one day can turn around and say, listen, we don't like the content you're producing anymore. We're going to shut you down and you're not going to have access to that audience anymore. Right? And then you've lost all the hard work that you've compounded over years. And so what I like to do is make sure that we're converting that traffic from views into email addresses and leads that way. And then you have a lot more control because no matter what happens, you've got access to an email list that's very targeted towards what you sell. And that's an asset.